Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
And today, let's start the today's session. Um, we will be learning today about what is strings and what are working with files, like creating files and editing it or printing it. We are seeing how this working with files in Java works. Okay. First, we will move into this strings. Okay. First of all, what is strings? Strings are the object. Okay, it is in simple words we can say it as these strings stores the sequence of characters. Character. What is character? Character means which holds only a single character, right? Single letter, like in single quotes. A. It holds only this single one. Okay, but what is strings? Strings holds. String is nothing but is string is equal is we will be naming whatever it may be. We will be naming this variable as s or something else, whatever required. We will be assigning it to the some strings in using double quotes. Okay, for character we are using this single quote. For strings we will be using double quotes. We will store welcome, like, see, if I write welcome, it is the sequence, right? The characters are sequence. What are characters? Character is nothing but a single letters. In strings, what happens is all the characters like W is a single character, then W plus E is a single character, then L. Like this, every character is stored in a sequence order. Okay, what we will be writing, it is storing this value in a sequence into this string type. Okay, are you getting what are strings? It can include sorry, it can include this number also. If I write string s is equal to some 12 19. If I write this, it stores 19 as a string, not as an integer type. If we go on adding this to an integer type variable, like let's say int a is a variable. Okay, this is integer type. If we go and add for a string type, like s is equal to, I stored s value as 19. If I store string value as 19, it assigns it has a string data type. Okay, it doesn't consider it as a integer. If we go and add int 19 is equal to int int a is a plus, yes, what will be getting, we will be getting is exception hold. Okay, type mismatch. Let's see in the program how it gives the error. Let's define string. We will be defining string in two types. I will explain it, but let's see what happens if I add string and integer. Let's say string s is equal to 10. I am storing an integer value. For me, string, I will be storing this in an integer value. Sorry, we must include double quotes. And I will be declaring an integer variable. Integer data type, a variable called 20. Let's see what happens if I write system a plus, let's see what it declares. It gives me error. It's already showing me error here. See, b cannot be resolved into a variable because, sorry, yes, I have written this right. See, it is now giving error. See, it is concatenating. Okay, it doesn't give error but it concatenates strings. What if I write in a bracket? See, it's not adding. It is only concatenating because this variable s is right. This is of string type. We can't add this number to this number. We are seeing it as a number, but the system or the computer sees it as a string variable, string type. So we can't add those number. If I declare this s as an int data type or something float type, what happens? Let's see. It adds the numbers. Okay. Sorry. See, we are getting the output as 30. If I declare this s as string, then it concatenates. It doesn't add. Okay. But getting now, what is strings? We can declare strings in two types. Okay. One is by direct defining, and another is by object, creating a new object. I will be showing you.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, can we store space as well?
Yes, you can show the spaces. Let me show you. See, I have written some space here, right? And then I will write something as John. Let's see what happens now. See, it is giving space here, right? If I remove this space and then try to run it, see now there is no space here. Okay, understanding?
Yes, sir.
See,
Sir,
uh,
sir, we can add int to a string.
see, we can't add string to a string to a int type, data type, or
But
float data type.
showing the result.
No. It adds. See here. What happened here? It concatenates the string. If I write the string s is equal to, let me show you again.
We can concatenate, no, sir.
We can only concatenate. I am showing here, right? See, we'll be again showing what till now I showed this. See, wait a minute. It is in the int type. It only concatenates, but it doesn't add these numbers as int.
It
If
only
I
concatenates.
it concatenates. That's what I'm saying. We can't add a number. If I declare it as an int data type, we can add this number as 10 into 20, 10 plus 20. But when I declare this as a string, it consider as a sequence of characters. Okay. See, when I add this, it is showing me 2010. Is the addition of 20 plus 10 is 2010? No, no. So 20 plus 30 is 20 plus 10 is not can't be added. It just concatenates the string into it and makes it a new string. Okay.
Sir,
Uh,
can you please repeat once again string s equal to 10? Why should we write it? Because I don't understand.
okay. See, I'm showing here. Why will we declaring it as a string? Because if I write C character, char, right? What is char means? It only stores a single data type, single variable into it like this. It only stores a single a or some letters inside it, only single one. Okay. If I use this string, I can store my whole name. If I use this string is equal to, but we should use double quotations inside and outside when at the starting and ending. Okay. If I write welcome, it shows me this whole output. Okay. It gives me this whole output. So we will be using this string. Got it now? Why we will be using string?
Yes, sir.
Then we can use this. One more thing, the main most important thing is that strings are immutable in Java. What are immutable? Immutable means it can't be replaced. Okay, or once it declared. If I at the starting stage, let me show you. In the starting stage, if I declare string, is a is equal to some has a is equal to welcome, I will write well, and if I declare again string b is equal to welcome. Let me explain you from the first, so that how it stores and you can get to know. Let's hope this will be the memory now. Okay, this is memory that is storing all the programs what we write here. It will be stored here. Okay, when I declare this non-primitive data type as a string in the heap memory or in this memory, the new pool is allocated to the string. This is called as string pool. Okay, string pool. This will be the memory, whole memory. This will be the whole memory. And inside this, when I declare string, it creates a new memory allocation from the string called as string pool. Okay, when what happens in string pool is when I declare a variable here, like variable a is equal to j or something somewhat. This
Sir,
j, tell me.
someone in WhatsApp
Yeah.
asked me.
Okay.
Okay.
String pool. Okay, string a is equal to ja. This ja is storing in this memory allocation of string. Okay, this in this string pool ja is storing. What happens, this ja is referring assigned to this variable a, right? So for this ja memory, it is a is referring. If we search a in any of the code line, it is referring to the ja here for from a, right? This is like address of the ja. Okay, what if I again if I declare why this string is immutable, let's see why. If I declare again string b is equal to ja, sorry, ja, again what happens is this instead of creating a new memory for this ja in string, what happens is uh, instead of creating this new memory for this ja, it is same, right? So what happens is this will be also, this ja will be also referring to this b. B will be also referring to the same ja as A what it is. Okay, this is originally belongs to A string. Okay, this originally it referring to this A variable. When I declare this string B is equal to ja, it is also referring to this ja. What is the ja? It is referring to this A variable. Okay, again what I do is I will be concatenating this A string, like I will be declaring as A is equal to A plus 1. Okay, I will be adding, concatenating another two letters to it. What happens now is this A string A is there, right? This will be concatenated into a new string with this j. What happens is this becomes Java. Okay, it is a new keyword now, right? This is not there in this string pool. So what happens is now this A is removed and new A reference is created that's showing Java. Okay, Java is created. But what happens to this B? B, because this A is removed, right? Original reference. But B is referring to that original reference, original A. What happens now is there is no value to refer to this Java. Okay, so what the Java developers did is once the string is declared as this one a Java ja, it can't be replaced by this adding one. Okay, we can't add once it is declared or concatenated. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay,
explain it once again.
okay. See,
Sir,
huh?
sir, so if we create another variable which will also store the value j, then it will also point to the same pool.
No, what it do is it first counts the variables. Like,
అందుకని ఎట్ట బాగా
see,
రావట్లేదా
excuse me.
నాకు గిర్ర గిర్ర గిర్రం అంటుంది
See, what happens is this ja and ja is similar type, right? Same. So it is referring to it. These two works, okay. What is not working is this string A concatenation will don't work, or what can I say? It doesn't add a new variable and stores into this A type A only. Okay, we should create another data type called string B or string C. Okay, understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then I will be explaining once again. See, uh, what I will be declaring a string variable A has JA. Okay, so this will be the memory allocation of your system. What you code here, it will be stored inside this memory. When I declare string, it creates a new pool. Okay, what happens in this pool is this will be this will be created as string pool. Whatever the string variables are declaring, it may be string b, string z, or string x, whatever it may be, all the string values are stored in this pool. Okay, what happens now is this a is stored, a value is stored. What is a value? Ja, right? Ja is stored inside this string pool. What is the reference or the address of this JA? We are using it as A. What when we type system.out.println print A, it is referring to this JA. It prints this JA, right? So when I create another string in the name of B and use JA, okay, then what happens is this b is there, right? This b and this values j is similar. It sees in the, it checks in the string pool whether the values are there or not, or any other copied elements are there or not, same elements. Okay, it checks if it is there. If this already we are using j, right? So when I include again j into the b variable, what happens is this j is referring again to this b string, sorry, a string directly. Okay, it doesn't create any other memory location to store this j again. It directly shows to the original a. Okay, what happens when I use sorry, what happens is now j and j is referring to the b variable is referring to the a. Okay, understand this. And now what happens when I create a string, new string is equal to when I concatenate with the new variable or new string variables like a plus va. What happens is, what is the value of a value will be ja, and plus va is added or va is concatenated, where a value becomes now Java, right? Understanding?
So it just gets concatenated
It
and
concatenates.
And it is addressed as variable A.
There itself, what happens now
Then
is,
what about B, sir? It won't
that's what
make
I'm
use of
saying.
variable B.
No, no, no. What I'm saying is, I'm just saying it is immutable. Why Java strings are immutable in Java? Okay, don't get confused here. It doesn't matter in the pro coding or in creating an application. Okay, just for knowledge purpose, I'm sharing this. Okay, this A is equal to Java. Now it becomes when it goes to it creates a new memory allocation by erasing this string ja A is removed and replaced by A is equal to Java. Okay, Java is replaced now. This JA and A variable is not there. Okay, but B was referring to JA, right? Previously, this JA is referring to this variable originally. So now it didn't created any other memory location in this string pool. If I remove this string A by concatenating with another string, this reference is got removed. Then where this B will be referring to? So what the Java developers did is they removed this adding of strings to already declared string. Okay, like we can't add string A is equal to JA plus VA in any of the middle of program. Okay, we can take it as A plus another string variable C. We can add it and store it in another variable by creating another variable as X. Okay, we can't store again back to this A variable only. Once it is declared, we can't declare it again. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, now we can print the string or store the string or declare the string, whatever it may be. It can be stored or it can be initialized in the two ways by direct defining, or we can use the new object by creating new object. Let's see both of them how it works. If I declare by direct declaring, this is called as direct declaring string s is equal to welcome. So string s is equal to
So
welcome.
what does that Javax swing option plain
Sorry. This is the
does?
import option that I have imported before. I have showed you yesterday, right? What it is and all.
Okay.
Scanner or Java pane. It doesn't
Yes, sir.
belongs to
Yes.
this program. That is belonging to the giving input or showing some messages. Okay. System out dot will be printing this string. Okay. Let's see. See, it is printing welcome. What if I declare it using, uh, if I
Sir,
declare it,
sir, small doubt, sir.
like,
Sir,
String means we have to give input only character names, sir. Values also, no?
mean,
Hello,
if,
sir.
tell me.
String means we have giving input welcome like we have give only character, sir. Also give values.
We can also give numbers. You are asking about the numbers, right? Or
Yes, sir. Yes,
anything,
sir.
any code like this one. Okay, any passcodes. See, I wrote,
Okay, sir.
wait a minute. See, when I run this, it prints me everything what it is inside this double quote. You can write whatever you want inside this. Okay, it's like a
Okay.
storytelling or you can store any story here. It doesn't
Okay.
take, it doesn't makes any changes. It stores it as a string. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, by creating a object. What are objects and classes was about to teach today, but we will be teaching it tomorrow in the tomorrow session. By day after tomorrow, we will start the Android application development. Okay. By creating new objects, new object. How it is? It is some like string s is equal to again new string and writing those value what the string values are there, we are writing inside this. What is easy to use? See, we can use this by creating an object and also by direct declaring. Okay, let's see what this gives. See, this is giving me output as hello, right? Is this one easy or direct declaring is easy? This one is right. So obviously we are using always this one. We can also declare it using this one, but the string length of this declaration is too long. So we will be using this one as it is easy. Right? Understood?
Sir,
Tell me.
Yes, sir.
sir, as you said that if two string variables will hold the same value, then they will also refer to the same memory, right?
Huh.
So, sir, is this also application in other data types?
Uh, it changes. It adds. In integer type, what happens is it adds, right? It declares as a new variable. There may be a plenty of numbers. Yes, see,
So, sir, in integer, every variable will have a
its
different memory
own
location,
memory, its own memory allocated.
regardless of the value they have.
Ah,
Is same.
yes,
Oh,
regardless of the
okay, sir.
values. Here, what happens
Okay,
is
sir.
string is a non-primitive data type. Okay,
Yes, sir.
these integer types are primitive data types, but this what is this? String is a non-primitive data type, which is derived from those primitive data types. Okay, so it is having this their own memory. In this memory, they are playing the performing operations. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
See, now we can declare it by these two methods. Okay, we will be using this easy one, direct declaring. Now let's see. Let's move on to the next topic. What is there? Now there are several methods. Okay, see this one. It consists of several methods that perform like inbuilt functions. We are concatenating the two strings. Let me say string uh, n is equal to somewhat happy. What happens or how to concatenate it? We will be using like addition symbol, arithmetic operator, right? Addition operator. See, it is concatenating now. Let me give some space here. See, it is concatenating these strings, right? For to do this, we are having some inbuilt functions. There are plenty. There are hundreds of methods, but I will be explaining only some most important methods that we are using in while regular coding. Okay. Now let's see from the starting. First one is length method, where length method counts the number of elements. Okay, number of elements or the number of characters present in the string. Like how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? Though, so when I print like s dot length, then it gives me the output as 7. We don't require to do anything. I was explaining in the yesterday's class how this length work, right? Yesterday's or day before yesterday's. Like similar in the similar way, we will be defining s this string name, and with the help of dot full stop we are assigning, we are finding out the length of the string s. We don't use any arithmetic operator here. Directly we are printing the s dot length. Then we will be getting the string length here. Okay. Let's move. Understood what is length?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's next
Yes.
what? Okay. Next, what is there? Next is concat. I told that we were adding using this arithmetic operator, right? Similarly, we are having a function for it or a class which is pre-built, okay, which adds this string s and string s1. Like the string s is welcome and string s1 is to Java, where we will be writing the first string that to be concatenated is the file name variable name of it, like s dot. If I write s1 dot concat and s here, it prints to Java welcome. Let's see how it prints. But before that, I will be explaining here these three, and next we will be moving into the coding part. Okay. See, when I say s dot concat s1, it just adds this without any arithmetic operators. See, I was using arithmetic operators here, right? Huh? So, without using any kind of these arithmetic operators, we are directly using this method called concat, okay, which concates or combines the specific strings at the end of another string, okay, which returns us a combined data type or combined string. Welcome to Java is returned here. Okay, understood what is concatenation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's move into trim option. What is trim method? Trim method is nothing but we are storing some string values here, okay, with a space which removes the space of the starting end of the string and ending of the string. See here, I was giving some space at the starting and ending stage, right? When I say yes dot string, it removes the spaces of this one, this right end space and left end space. It is removing it, okay, and giving us the input as welcome only without any spaces. Okay, it gets it removes the space after and at the starting stage. Understood what is trim?
Sir, this trim also returns.
Stream also returns. I will be showing in the coding part. Okay. Now let's move into the.
What does trim do, sir? Can you explain once more?
Okay. Here, see, I'm storing string s is equal to some space welcome, right, in the double quotes. I'm using space at the left hand part and right hand part of and I wrote in between of those spaces welcome, right? Understanding what it is. See, I'm using spaces. I want to remove this space.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want to remove this right hand and left hand spaces. So I will be using this trim. See, the Java string trim method removes the leading and trailing spaces. What is leading? Leading matlab this one ending space. Okay, trailing means
So what if
following.
the spaces are in middle?
We can't use this trim option to remove, okay, remove in the middle of the
Okay, sir.
lines. We can use only when the starting stages, remove the starting spaces, okay, starting and ending space. Let's see those three in the coding part. Any of you having doubts in regarding these three, length, concat and trim?
No, sir.
Okay, let's move into this coding part. Okay, we'll be declaring it as s2. This one as s1. Remember, S1 is welcome and S2 is to Java. Okay, let's see the concatenation of two strings. Concat method. Okay, okay. Concatenate. We will be using. I will be showing. There are three types. We can add those strings in three types. Let me show you. In those first manual concatenation. Okay. Space. This is one method of adding. Yes, two is one. Okay, another method is direct addition S1 plus S2. Another one is with some spaces. I showed you spaces, right? Okay, this. Okay, let's see now what it prints. See, first it printed with some space here in between welcome and to Java, right? It is printing some space. When I add directly, it is printing me without any space here. See, there is no space in between welcome and to Java. If I use this function using concatenation function, we can declare it as string s or something new variable s. Okay, sv is not declared yet. S is equal to s dot concat. We can also use like this, and another type s2. Sorry, s1 is concatenated to be s2 with s2. Okay, now we are printing s1 s. Okay, let's see what it prints. See, it is printing with spaces. Okay, are you guys getting? See, without spaces. Now let's see another type, like direct declaring it inside this without any pre-declaring. I am declaring it inside this braces itself. It also prints for us, right? But it don't give any space in between. Okay, here in another method is that system. We can directly include those statements, those welcome plus Java. See, it's concatenated again, but there will be no space in space between this concatenation. Okay, it may be in the using concat option or without any functions like this. We can declare it. Okay, in the three types we can declare this or we can concatenate the three strings. Okay, this one is by using this concat option. Understanding? In concat option we can declare it using new string, or we can directly print using this directly including this statement inside the printing statement. Okay, understanding how this concat works?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Oh,
if we have to add the space, so there is only one option that either we add the space to the S2
yeah, yes, at the starting
uh,
of s2 or
at the starting of S2 or
yeah, like this,
और प्लस करके
manual. Yes,
मैनुअल.
yes,
Yes.
manually adding. Okay, it gives me no space in between. See, because we added space here, it is giving me space. Now let's move into this length operator. If we want to find the string length of S1, we want to print this statement, or again we have two methods to print this, like by declaring string with a new variable called h or some length is equal to let me say that one s1 dot length. Just we want to write length and use the braces, use the semicolon, and again move into this. Sorry, this will be the integer type, right? When we are getting length option, length will be in the integer type, like length of the string. What is the length of this welcome? Length of the welcome is 1, 2, 3 to 7, right? So 7 is an integer type. So if I declare this length as a string type, it gives me an error. So we will be declaring it as int type. And again we will be printing the statement. Okay. What is the statement? System dot out dot print ln will be declaring length. Then what happens is it prints me the length of the this s1 string. See, it is printing me 7. If I what happens if I directly declare it is, see, this, if I directly declare s, let me find the s2 length. See, I will be finding s2 length now. Sorry, some error is there.
Sir, parenthesis after length.
Yeah. And that's what I was here. Let's print me to print. See, it is printing 8. What is there? Including the spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It includes spaces also. Okay. If only characters, then it is there is only 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6 letters, right? But it is giving me 8 because it also counts space as a character. Okay. So it is giving me the length as 8. So we can declare both in the both ways, s2 dot length and in like in declaring it as an integer type and storing that length value inside this integer and printing that integer variable, or we can directly print using this method s2 dot length. Okay, understood how this length works? Length also counts spaces as a character. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see this trim option. In trim, what happens? I will be uh, leaving the spaces. I will be declaring a new variable string R. So R is equal to, I will be leaving spaces at the starting and writing it as string and ending. Okay. Now I will be closing this. And again, now I type a string system print statement. Like before trimming, I want to print that output. And after the trimming, I want to know how this print works. I can again I can again store it in a new variable by declaring string another variable, and we can use directly. Okay, you people can understand it, right? We can also use this another variable to store, or whether I want to show for all the methods. Is it better to show all the how methods, or only for like this? If you can understand, like declaring a new variable, can I directly use this?
Yes, sir, we can understand that.
R dot trim and close the braces. For every method, we want to close this parenthesis. Okay, let's run this. See what's happening here. When I print trim, it is first it is storing this trim value in the string variable, and when I say to print R before trimming, it is showing me the spaces here. Are you able to see? Observing, right? See, there are this much spaces from here to here. There is here space. When I say r dot trim, it trims this starting space and ending space. Okay, getting how this trim works.
Yes, sir.
Then let's move into the next methods. This caret. What is caret method? Caret returns a value that is at the given index value. See, this index value will always be starting from 0. Okay, don't get confused. All the index value will be starting its count from 0, 1, 2, 3. It never starts counting from 1, directly 1. Okay, and now, if I want to know some character at some index value called 4, what if I want to know the index value of 4? It counts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the value of 4? 4th index value is O. So it returns an integer value. Okay, it returns me a value what it stored. What it means is we can access the middle of the character in the string, uh, or middle of a string using a caret option, caret function. Okay, by referring to its index value. Understanding? Or let me say once again. See, what happens here is it will return a we want to know where what the character is storing in the index value of 4. What should I do? I will simply write a code that s dot char at 3. I want to know what is storing in the index value of 3. So it prints me, or it returns me the character value has C. It is the 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is in 3 index values, the C is storing, right? So it returns me the C. Understanding this characters, caret function.
So,
Huh.
excuse me. So we will always count. If we are declaring the character value, we will always count from 0, 1, 2, not
Yeah,
from 1, not from 1.
not from 1. Index value always starts from 0. It may be in the what I was explaining yesterday, in those arrays also index number will be starting from 0. When it comes to index number, always consider that index number is starting from 0. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Sir, can you explain
uh,
typecasting, sir?
I will be explaining in when it comes to classes. Okay,
Okay.
typecasting is nothing but an converting some
Converting one
data
data
type
type to
from
another.
into another data type. I will be explaining it in tomorrow's
Yeah.
class. I kept some concepts
Okay.
for tomorrow's. Okay.
Okay.
See now at caret understood what is caret?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's move into this contains. Okay. Contains what it means is, as the name says itself, in a string I mention some characters. I want to search some characters, okay, in the sequence of characters. Like here caret, what happens is I was referring to this index value. What if I want some sequence, like I want to search welcome in come in welcome, okay. When I want to search come, so I will be using this contains. What happens is when I declare this string s is equal to welcome, then I will be using this contains operator as s dot contains, including typing the search element. What I want to search is well, right? So I will be writing well inside this parenthesis. Getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
when we declare this, it will give me the output in Boolean operation. Boolean. Like what is Boolean? Boolean is nothing but true or false, right? So it will be giving me the output in true or false. It searches the string inside this. If I want to search like bus inside this welcome, it gives me the output as false. If I want to search well in this welcome, then it gives me the output as true. Okay, let's understood now what is contains, how it works. It gives me the output in true or false. Okay, then let's move into this equals operator. Uh, Equals is nothing but comparison of two strings. Whether this welcome is
What
similar. Tell me.
to programming explain contain
Uh,
to
what
programming?
contain? Programming
Yeah. So
in
to
program. Okay,
program.
okay. Yes, I will explain after this three. Okay.
Okay.
This in equals. How this equals work is it compares the string of similar. Is it similar or not? Not is it equal by referring to this another string. Okay, see string is welcome is equals to welcome. Here I am typing a new string, or I am referring another string. Here s is equal to s dot equals s2, then it refers it gives me the result in true or false method. Okay, if I give the input as welcome and I want to search this lowercase welcome, see here the w is in uppercase. When I say to say when this string is equal or not, when I say to check this welcome lowercase welcome is equal to this capital letter welcome, it says me false, because this equals doesn't ignores case sensitive and case upper. Okay, so it strictly consider the case sensitive and case upper. If the single character is case lower or case upper, then it gives me false. Okay, let me see in the this one coding. See, now I will be explaining contains. First I will be explaining this caret. Okay, let's I want to search a character in this welcome, or I want to search a character 2, or I want to know what is there in this fifth or sixth index value. Let's try to find out what is that s2, right? S2 string. In S2 string find char at index. This C, it is giving me all the suggestions. You can easily write the code. You don't require to remember these codings all. Okay, you can easily write these Java codes. Similar like this, it will be showing suggestions in the Android Studio also. Okay, don't worry if you don't know this Java or if you don't understand so easily. Okay, is to I want to find fifth index value. What is there in the fifth index value of this is2 string? Let me see what it will print. It is saying it is returning a character value. See, in this fifth index value, what is fifth index value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5's index value is a, right? Sorry, value character value is a, but index value of a is 5. So when I say 5 to print 5, it is giving me a. Okay, let me see another example. What if I want to print uh, value of sorry variable, what is there in 6, or let me say 9, what it prints? Let's see. Outside this string, it gives me the exception error because starting index out of range. See, this index, what I said is this considers only 8 length. It is having only 8. Okay, 8 characters or 8 index values, 0 to 7. But when I say to find 9, it gives me the out of range error. When I say to search 7, it gives me the lost a. See, this is also a lost one, lost character. It returns me a lost character. If I say to return it 4, it returns me some space, I think. Or oh, J. Okay. See, the space is 3, right? Let me show you the space. It is empty now. There is a value, but we can't see. Okay. See, I can show you like this by indicating, highlighting it. Are you guys understanding how this characters works? Caret, hitting caret function is used
Yes,
to
sir.
find a character using its index value. Now let's move into this contains, how it works. Use this system.out, and in the s2 string I want to search, or I want to find out whether there's some condition, some like, well, I want to find Java inside this whole string, whether it is available or not. Let's see. I will be giving contains s2. Okay, sorry, not s2, Java. Let me print this. It will be giving in a true or false. See, sorry, oh, it's in the uppercase. It is in the lower case and it is in the uppercase. It will give me false. What if I write J in lowercase? Let's see. See, it is giving me true. Understanding? If I say similar in similar like Java, if I write in this uppercase, it doesn't give me the output. It says false. It gives the output but says false. Let's tell it to find this uppercase Java. Sorry. So see, it is giving me false. If I write this J, but this J is not equivalent, right? Equal to this one, this J. So it is giving me false. But for this, it is giving me true. Are you people understanding how this contains work?
Yes, sir.
Then now let's move into equals. Let me check. Is S1 dot equals mm, uh, let me see. See, I have inserted in a first character as in a case upper, but it is giving me false because it ignores sorry it must it doesn't ignores this cases and all. If I write similar one using same caps, including caps, changing those, let's see, it's giving me now true. For this, it will print false because this single character is case sensitive. But in this string S1, the first character is in the uppercase. So it gives me the output as false. When I change the first character, then it gives me the output as true. Are you guys seeing, understanding how this equals work now?
Yes, sir.
Now let's move into this next method. Next method is equals ignore case. What is this equals ignore case? Is nothing but, I told you right here, it is also checking for the case upper and case sensitive. If this case upper is different from the S1 string, it prints me false. If the both the sentence or both the strings having same similar type of uppercase and lower cases, it then prints me true. Or if these values become change, like if I write ma something, then it will convert, it will show me false only because welcome is not equal to ma, right? Understanding how this equals work first. If you can understand this equals, I will move into this equals ignore case. Equals ignore case is nothing, understanding equals.
Yes, sir.
Then let's see what is equals ignore case. Equals ignore case is nothing but it just ignores all the cases. Like in equals, it considers the cases, but in this equals ignore case, what it does is it just ignores all the cases. It just checks for the welcome. It may be in the caps, first letter may be in the caps, or second letter may be in the lower case, in the second string. See here, for example, I have wrote welcome here in the string s, and I gave input as s dot. This will be the s, and s dot equals ignore case. Okay, this ignore, I will be caps, c will be caps. Whether you remember or not, the suggestion will always be on. Okay, in the Eclipse or the any IDE. Okay, then when I write inside this welcome, it provides me true. It ignores the cases. When I write s is equal to welcome, and when I say to check smaller cases welcome, with the help of in s I will be storing first character in uppercase, and but in inside this ignore case condition I will be writing w, small letter w, or case sensitive w. It gives me the output true. But in equals, what was happening? It is giving me false. But in when I say equals ignore case, it ignores the cases and give me the output. So when this welcome is equal to welcome, then it says me true. Okay, understanding?
Sir, so this equals ignore case will not consider the uppercasing or lowercasing, right? It will only consider
Yes.
the
Major difference between this equals and equals ignore case is that it doesn't consider or do not check, does not check the case like equals, like it is uppercase or in the sense case sensitive. Okay, It just
Okay.
checks the values whether welcome is equal to welcome. See, welcome is equal to welcome, right? So it prints the value as true. Okay, understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move into this replace. What does this replace do is when I say welcome, then s dot replace will do some operations that if I want to remove this second letter or third letter L, I want to replace it by some other characters. Called I want to replace it by I. What I was to do, I want to do is just simply write s dot replace and inside the parenthesis first letter. First letter is what do I want to change into the what is get to be replaced. What is get to be replaced? I want to replace this E. Okay. I want to replace that E with A. So in the first place, I want to write what the value will be want to get replaced. So E must be replaced. So I will be writing the first value as E. Next, when it in next in after the comma, we want to mention with what value we want to replace this value, this E. So we will be mentioning it A, B, whatever we want to be replaced with this E in this whole string. So where it checks the whole string, where all the E's are available. See, it is available E in the first index. I am counting index value. When I tell index value, always index value starts from 0. Okay. So when I see here what is there in the index value 1, the index value 1 also E, and at the index value 7 also E. It checks whole string and replace E value or E with A. Whether there may be 7 E's or 8 E's, it doesn't see the first E to replace or second E. Just it replace E with A. Where see here, it got replaced as WA in the first index value and the last index value. It get replaced E with A. Okay. See, when I say welcome to Java, we can always replace whole string also. See, I want to replace this welcome to Java and I want to replace this Java into Selenium. Okay, I just type s dot replace and first what I want to be, I want to replace this Java, right? So I will be including it in a double quotes because these double quotes are strings. These are character. When I want to replace only characters, I will be using this single quotes. When I want to replace this whole string or a part of a string, I am using this string type. Where in simple words, understand it. If you want to replace 2 to 3 words, like in it is in a sequence, then use double quotation. If you want to replace a single character, then use single quotes. Okay. Now, in the first place, I will be replacing Java, and in the next place, what I will be writing Selenium. I want to replace this Selenium with this Java. Understanding? Then we will be
Yes.
getting output as welcome to Selenium. Okay. Let's see it in this Eclipse. Then you may get understand better. I will be using equals ignore case. Now, first I will show you this one. See, I want to replace, so equals ignore case. It will be showing you. See, I will show you it again. More, see, it is showing me here. Suggestion is giving. So I don't require to remember all those things. Okay, no case. Welcome. See, what is S1? S1 first letter is in caps, but in this it is in the lower case. In similar way, what if I change the code of the first letter character into a uppercase? It gives again true. See here, true, true. I will add the next line character here. Sorry. We will add this here. Let it be. See here. For true, right? It is in the lower case, but this string S1 is in the first character is in the upper case. But it is saying me true because it is ignoring the case sensitive and case upper. Okay. Low case and upper case are getting ignored by this equals ignore case operator or function. Are you guys getting what this equals? It checks equals and
Yes,
equals
sir.
both checks the string. If this welcome and welcome is true in equals ignore case, it prints. In equals, it checks also with the uh, case sensitive and case upper. Okay, let's move into this replace. I want to replace S1 with S2. Okay, let's see what it means. Sorry, in S1 string, just I want to replace welcome with the capital letters, caps. The whole thing should be in the caps case upper. Okay, want to replace this welcome. See, sorry, check. And just replace it by Java. Let it be. Run this. Not getting replaced. Let me check the character first. See, it is replacing E. It is replacing E. Okay. Okay. Because it doesn't replacing this because it is considering a single string here. So it is not replacing. If I write let if I write welcome to uh, welcome somewhat I will declare it here. Okay, I will declare it with another string name t is equal to like welcome to uh, India. Here I want to replace this to string or welcome string. I want to use double quotes and I want to replace this welcome. I want to replace this welcome with come. Okay, let's see what it prints. See, it is replacing with come. Okay, sorry, this T, I want to write it as T, and I want to print come to India. See, welcome is removed and it replaced by come. Or whether I want to replace this welcome with the whole case upper. Let's see what it prints. See, it is replacing whole thing into this welcome. What if I want to replace this India? India, uppercase India into this whole uppercase. See, it is replacing this whole thing, right? Understanding? What if I want to replace whole this string? Whole string I want to
Sir,
replace. Tell me.
sir, is after replacing the variable t would be affected, or is it just returning this?
No, when I will be using inside this printing statement, it doesn't get affected. Or you may use this in a output statement or out statement, like by declaring another variable like string s. It doesn't. Wait a minute, I will show you another. R, if I declare it as string R is equal to T dot replace India by India. If I write this, it stores the value here. It doesn't affect this T. Understanding? Let me show you.
Yes, sir, I got it, sir.
Sorry. It is we can use this method inside this. Okay.
सर वो सेमीकोलन की वजह से आ रहा है
Yes, yes, yes. I missed it. Sorry. Duplicate. Okay. I have already declared. I think yes. It's giving me the error. I declare it as Y. See, it is giving me. Sorry. Set the trim operator.
सर प्रिंट एलन में भी वाई लिखना पड़ेगा मुझे.
Oh, अच्छा. See, it is replacing, right? If this T doesn't affect anyway, you use it inside the string or outside the string. Okay, outside the print statement, it doesn't affect. Okay.
ओके सर.
Now let's move into this another types substring. What is substring? This substring will returns the string based on the index value, starting index and ending index. Always when the index is specified with starting index, then always think that it is starting from 0 to 0, 1, 2. Okay, when it is specifying as ending index, it starts counting from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when I say starting index, it's 0. When I say only index, it starts it's counting from 0, 1, 2. When I say ending index, it counts from 1. Okay, when I say specifically ending index, understanding what is ending index, it starts its count from 1. Okay, don't get confused what is index and all. Okay, now see, when I want to some in the middle of this, I want to print ELCO. Okay, when I want to print this ELCO, I want to know about the starting index and ending index. Let's just look at the example. I want to see string. I have declared as string s is equal to welcome, and I want the substring of this. Like this is the whole string, and I want the substring. What is substring? It is the some elements inside the string. Okay, I want to know about it. I will be knowing this 1, 2, and I want to print till 5. what happens? Or 1 to 3. Okay, you may think 1, 2 and 3, but it is not like that. It starts counting. This will be the counting, okay, counting starting index, and this will be the ending index. Okay, when I say 1, 2, 3, I want the characters of this string, whole string. It gives me as 1 to 3. It first checks the starting index as 1. This is 1, right? And it checks the ending index 3. It nothing but starting index is minus 1. Okay, this starting index is minus 1. See here, s dot substring 1 comma 3 has I want the output of 1 comma 3, but let's see here, one is e and ending index, this is the ending index, this is e 3. So ending index is 3 here, and it is the value of l, so it is printing the substring like e and l only. When I say to print 0 to 4, it just sees the starting index, it is 0, and where is the ending index, it is here 4. So it starts counting from 0. It checks here w s, and it will return me w, and then again it returns me e, and I will print the return e. It returns the value e. Then it checks into this till 4. Okay, when it reaches this second index number always will be the ending index number, so it checks in the ending index number. This will be 4, right? C will be in the 4 index value, so it prints till C. Understanding?
Sir,
uh,
what do you think about third number? I think third number would be wrong because s dot substring 2 comma 4. So you write LC. Why it should not be uh, ELC?
Yes, because I have saying the starting index number here. First, always it is thinking like it is the starting index. See, what is there in the starting index of 2? Starting index of 2 contains L. Okay, what is the ending index number? Always the second number of the index is 4, and it will be ending index number. So see here, what is the ending index number is 4 here, right? So it is counting, first seeing starting index number. What is there in the starting index number 2? There is L. So again it goes back, or it goes to search in the ending index number. Ending index number is 4. So what is the value stored in the 4? LC, right? So it prints only LC, not ELC. Understanding? This will be the first value will be only of starting index, and second value will be the value of ending index. Understanding?
Sir,
Huh.
sir, then why in 0, comma 4 it is printing WELC?
See,
It should take only W na in 0 index.
no, I am telling it to print from 0 to 4. This is nothing
So,
but 1, 2, 3. Print the. Tell me.
sir, here you are telling me that is 0, comma 4 from 0 to 4. Then it
Huh.
is print WELC. Then from here 2, comma 4, why it is not printing LCNO?
See, I'm
Should
telling right. See here, just see this index value. Okay, wait a minute. See this. This is the starting index. Okay, observe here. This will be the starting index,
So
and
does that simply means that the first number before the comma
uh,
will be included
uh,
and the number after the comma will not be included?
no, similarly, what is the understand this in simple words. Ending index will starting from 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the ending index number. It will always be the second number will be ending index number. This will always be this starting index number. See, ending number is starting from 1. See here, it is starting from 1, and this starting index number is always starting from 0. Okay, don't get confused here. When I say from 0 to 4, the 0 is value of starting index is W. It searches where should I shop, or where should I stop to print. Okay, this is where to start, and this is where to stop. It is nothing but a sequence of characters. Okay, I want to print sequence in a sequence. Like, I can't just print 0 or something else here, M. I want to print this, I want to print 0 to 4 means I want to print in a sequence. It can't jump to another numbers. Understanding? See, this will be the starting index number. In a simple words, let me explain you. If I say 1, it checks in the starting index number 1. It is here. If I say 1 comma 6, let it be 6. 1 will be the starting index number here. It is 1 is here. When I say ending, this is in the second number I included 6. It show this will be the ending index number. Second number will always be the ending index number. So it goes on checking for the ending index number where it is. Okay, first it is like acting like, let me show you in this, sorry. See, this will be the welcome. Okay, this is starting index, SI. Okay, this will be the ending index. Okay, it is 0. Starting index always starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, something I missed. No, 6. 1 in ending index always it counts from 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, see what happens when I say 1 comma 0 means, sorry, 1 comma 6. It checks for the starting. This will be the starting index, this will be the ending index. Okay, when I say starting index 1, it checks first, it goes into the program, or it goes into this string and checks for a starting index number. Where it is here 1. Okay, it holds this number, it stores this number. Okay, where is 1 and all, and then this will be the ending index number. Okay, and where is it goes into the program and checks for the ending index number. It comes here, this will be the ending index, right? So it comes here and checks for 6. Where it is, 6 is here. So it holds till this. And when it comes to the statement, when it goes like, when it sets its like this values, it sets the value first, and then it gets the idea or the blueprint from where to where I want to print. Then it continuously, it doesn't see these middle numbers. Okay, it just go on printing till this one. Okay, understood now?
Yes.
When these values are fixed, ending index and starting index are fixed, these values are getting ignored in the middle values, whether this 1 2 3 4 or 3 4 5 6. All the values are ignored, and just it just prints till 1 to 6. What is 1? One value is stored as E. Then what is the in the what is next to E? It is L. Then what is next to L? C. What is next to C? O. Then what is in the value of 6? It is the final value, right? Final value is M. Then it prints M, and it doesn't move ahead because I told to print till the index value, ending index value of 6. Understood? Understood now?
Yes.
Let me try this in a program. Substring. one dot substring from 1 comma 3. So 1 comma. See, it is giving me EL. As I showed here, it will print me EL. So it is printing me EL. What if I say 1 to 6? It should print till M, right? See, it is printing LCON. Understood this substring? Understood? You guys understood.
Yes, sir.
Let's move into this substring. There is on last one. This is two lowercase to uppercase. What it means? It means it just converts, as the name says, it converts the whole string, whether the character of the middle of the string is capital letter or the whole the string is capital letter. It just converts the whole string into the lowercase. When in the similar way, two uppercase is nothing but where all the upper lowercase are storing as a string. It just converts all of the cases into the uppercase. What if I store in the middle like lowercase? Then I say to convert lowercase, it still remains into a lowercase. Understood? This is a simple one. These are the understood now. What is lowercase and uppercase? Just convert the cases.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. These are all the some important methods that I wanted to teach you. Okay. Now let's see two lowercase. I want to convert this string 1 into 2 lowercase. Okay, and then I want to convert the string to uppercase, string 2 to uppercase. 2 to uppercase. Let's see. See, this welcome I have wrote here. Let me show you this whole thing as in uppercase. Let will be in the uppercase and come will be in the lowercase. Let's see what happens. See, well is converted to well is converted back to the lowercase, as I said. A string 1 to convert to the lowercase. See, it converted welcome. It may be lost is in the lowercase, right? It is keeping this one as a lowercase, but it converts this uppercase letters to the case sensitive. Similar way, this 2 Java is lowercase, right? It is getting the output in uppercase values or case upper. Understood this lowercase and uppercase? Understood how this works?
Yes, sir.
You know.
So what if we need to make only the first character
Uppercase or
lowercase
lowercase.
or
You want to
uppercase? Yeah.
replace, use
Or
replace.
okay.
Okay. Then we will be moving into another like this is kind of an interview question. Reversing a string. I will explain you in a simple words. See, uh, are you guys related to CS or CS engineering?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
then.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
they may ask you. Some companies may ask you like this, whether you can reverse a string. Like what I am
Yes.
saying
Yes,
is,
yes, this was the
Yes,
question.
sir.
uh, if I
We
some
can store the
we
value
can
in the buffer,
yes we can store
string
the
buffer.
value in a buffer. But what people do is simple mistake is they say we can use s dot reverse method. Okay, it is in the this reverse method is in the C programming. Okay, but not reverse program is in the Java program. Okay, so this is a simple program. Try to analyze it when you will be free. I will be posting all these programs inside the classroom. Okay, understanding.
Yes, sir.
Practice. Are you guys practicing daily?
Yes, sir.
If you practice it daily, you get benefited. I can only teach you guys. Okay, let's see how let's create a class working with files. Right, creating and editing. So you reading first. Sorry, printing and creating file first. Most cases. See,
So can you explain that reverse program, the one which was
okay,
displayed on the
okay, okay.
screen?
See here what it is. I will be declaring Selenium or welcome. Let it be welcome. See, welcome is reversed, right? Let I will be explaining. I have taken string s is equal to welcome. I stored this welcome into the variable data type called s of string data type. So what I will be doing is I will include the length. I want length, right? To I will be using this caret operator. So I want the index value to be replaced. So what I do is I just try to find out, or I will find length using this length operator. So and I will store it this length value into len. Okay, len variable. Then next what I will do, I will I will declare an reverse variable, empty reverse variable as a string. Okay, let it be empty now. Then what happens is I will use one for loop in that where I will initialize I value is nothing but length because see I will show it here. See I want this welcome to be printed in a reverse order. Okay, I want to print this in a reverse order like this. What happens now is I want this output in E, M, O, C, L, E, W. Okay, I want this in reverse order. What I do, I just include a for loop. What is the for loop? That I is equal to length. Because I want to print from a backward stage, I want to know how many characters are there inside this. So I find first characters by using length operator. I get some character as 7, right? By getting value as 7, I will using this len. This I already used, right? Len length. I found out the length of this string, so I will using this len. Okay, then I will give one condition. The I should be greater than or equal to 0 because always index value will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, index value will always start from 0. So I must be equal to 0 or greater than 0. Then what I want to write? I is less than equal to 0, then I plus plus. Okay, sorry, decrement. I want to use a decrement operator. Hmm, I will be using decrement operator I minus minus C. But uh, when I say length always counts from 1, 2, 3, right? So it counts as 1, 2, 3, 7. Till 7 it counts. But in the index value, I want from 0. So what I do is 7 minus 1.
Length minus 1.
Yes, so that I include length minus 1. So what the I value will be? I value will be 7, right? Then it goes into checking the condition I is less than 0, then enters the loop. Okay, when it enters the loop, it just adds this character. It finds the character of the string. S is a string. What is the value of I now? I value is uh, was lost value. I value is 7. Whole string length is 7. So I value will be 7 minus 1, 6. So what is the value of the string index value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it stores this value into this E as E. Now what it prints? E. Again, it goes back to this operator and the decrement operator. This is at this when the E is declared and it is assigned to this empty string. Okay, reverse appended. It got appended to this reverse, and then it goes back into this decrement operators and it decrement the I value I minus minus. Then it goes back to the condition check. When it will be true, it comes inside. Okay, then it prints the last fifth index value M. Similarly, it always checks the condition. Okay, I hope here I made a mistake. See, this is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, see, similarly I value.
So in that way, concatenating the thing.
Concatenate is nothing but similar to the append. Okay,
Okay.
it just appends or concatenates with the string. Okay, M. Then it goes back and checks the condition. It increments here minus 1. Again minus it become, sorry, what was the value of I? 1, right? Sorry, 5. 5 minus 1, 4, and it again checks the condition. Again it prints the value M. Next, what comes next of M? O. Similarly, it works in the condition. It just appends the value of S character and stores it into a empty reverse. Okay, after when it reaches to 0, what happens is it goes and prints the last letter like welcome. It prints the last. What happens after this one is I minus minus will go on, right? Decrement operator will decrements its value of 0 to minus 1. See, minus 1 will be uh, decrement, 0 is decremented to minus 1. Then it goes back into this condition. It checks the condition. See, condition when I is greater than or equal to 0. I have declared I is greater than equal to 0. Then what happens is minus 1 is lesser than to 0, right? So the condition fails and it comes out of the outer for loop and just it prints the reverse string. If I write this system.out inside this for loop, it prints again and again. So I will be using this printing statement outside the for loop. Understood?
So, see, when we are doing length minus 1,
Uh,
that is getting stored in reverse, as
yeah.
that is an empty
Uh,
variable. So
yes.
that gets stored with variable alphabet E,
Yes.
and we are concatenating that with char at.
Uh,
So we have this I in the bracket. This
uh.
I will definitely have 6 index, no, sir? Because length minus 1.
No,
7
no, no, no,
minus
no,
1
no.
would be 6.
I have declared. See, when I calculate length always consider from counting from 1 itself, right? Index value
Okay.
will count from 0, but length will always give me the output as. Let me show you the output of length. You can
So
easily
at
understand.
caret function, what would be the I value in the
Uh,
bracket?
it will be the value of same as this one, this I
6.
value. Let me show you. Wait.
So again that will give us E, no sir. So E.
See, this is 7. Okay, it always comes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What if I count from 0? 0. W will be at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So what I will be doing is I will be declaring I as length minus 1. What is length? Length is 7. I will be declaring it as 7 minus 1. As am declaring it as, sorry, 7 minus 1. What will be the output for 7 minus 1? That is 6,
6.
right? So what it does is it goes inside the loop. Yeah, the I is replaced by 6. I value will be 6 now. Okay. Then what is the string? This is the string name. And
Which
what is
would be
the
E.
E? Right. This is the E, 6. Sixth value is E. So it is printing the first letter. And again it goes back to decrement operator and the cycle repeats. Understood now?
Okay, sir. So we are not actually putting into the empty variable. We are actually working with caret. So that
Caret.
the alphabet is getting as output because of the caret,
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
because of
Not because of
REZ.
I. I is
Okay.
just
Excuse
an
me,
index
sir.
number. Tell me.
Sir, could you please repeat once again what is the purpose of for int I equal to len minus 1 semicolon I greater equal to 0 I minus minus.
See here, I want to print this in a reverse order, right? This welcome should be printed in a reverse order, where the index value will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Like index value always starts from printing counting 0, 1, 2, 3. But length operator will always starts it counting from 1 to 3. It is these are all whole numbers. Okay, it considers index value is a whole number. It always counts from 0, but length is not like that. Length is like it counts always from 1, 2, 3. It consider as a value. So it is using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I was to do is, let me explain you with the debugging so you can easily understand. Sorry. Okay. Let me press F6. Let's see what happens. It gave me the output, this output already. Now I will, what is the value of I? Let's check this. I value is 6, right? As I told, 7 minus 1 will be, length value is 7. And when I mean, say it 7 minus 1, I value will be 6. So it goes inside this. Then this value s dot, what is this? Caret, it prints me E. What is the E? A reverse value. Reverse is an empty string. Let me print another time. Let's see what is the value of reverse. Reverse value is stored as E. Are you observing? E.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the value of I now? I value is still 6. And then what happens is now the 6 value is decremented to 5. Let's see. I will again pressing F6. Then it moves into this. You can easily identify here in this table. Are you seeing this table? Is this visible?
Yes, yes.
See, I value is now 5. Okay, length is 7. Now I value become 5. So it caret 5. What is caret 5? 5 value. 5 value is m. So it prints me m. Then it goes back into this for loop and checks the condition, and the value will be decremented and then checks the condition. If the condition is true, then again it comes back into the loop. Let's see what happens now. It should print me E. And then it's now what is the value of reverse? Reverse is storing em. When I press again F6, it stores me the value as emo. Okay, then similarly till end I will do it till this comes out of the for loop. Just it when this I value becomes, let me see now the I value is 1. Okay, it again goes inside the decrement operator. It will be now 0. Let's see, after pressing F6 it will be 0. See, I value is now 0. It stores the value inside this reverse, and again it goes back to check the condition. Let's see, it goes to check the condition. Now the I value is 0. After decrementing, zero value become -1. It comes now. It comes out of the for loop. Let's see. See, it came out of the for loop, right? Are you guys getting? Now I value will become nothing because this condition is over. So it comes to print here. Let's see what it prints. See, this will be printed. See, reverse is now storing whole thing and it will be printing whole thing. Reverse string. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Is there any other doubts?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, it's okay.
So,
I will be explaining
okay,
this working with files in the tomorrow session. Okay.
okay,
It
sir.
requires up to minimum 20 to 30 minutes to explain. Okay. Any other doubts?
Okay, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, then. Okay. Let me end this session today. Bye, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
It's okay.